Very happy Kanpai.
Welcome, Weaves, to this week's episode of Kanpai Cast. This week we're talking about something that Nasuth hasn't... Oh, okay. How to watch free anime. Sorry, it's not updated for me. But first of all, we've got some housekeeping. So, like, comment, subscribe, all those usual shenanigans when it comes to content creation. Obviously, we have the audio-friendly version, which is... There's an RSS feed link down below so you can listen to us on your podcast platform of choice. But we're also on Spotify, though I don't think anyone listens to us on Spotify whatsoever. We also have a Discord, Patreon, streaming, all those regular shenanigans. But one thing that you can do on Discord is you can actually submit viewer memes that our little peepers don't see prior to recording the actual show. So, and obviously the memes are the best part of the show.
You can also submit topic suggestions, which I believe this episode is a topic suggestion from the viewers.
Yes, from Zrugal. Thank you very much for it, Zrugal.
We'll get into that in just a hot second. One thing I do want to touch base upon is last week you may have noticed, and probably this week, you may have noticed that my audio is not as the usual crispness that it is. That's because we use the audio from Craig, which is used to separate our audio on Discord as we record. But the important thing is, I got a fan next to me. It bloody hot. Ain't turning that shit off. So
sacrifices must be made.
It's a weird way to say that Loz is over for the day.
Anyway,
honestly, you probably won't really recognize or won't notice too much of a difference. The Craig audio is pretty good, pretty darn good.
Yep.
Right. But if you do, that's why.
That's it. I don't understand this topic in the slightest. Thaylien has put a lot of time and effort into preparing this. So if it goes downhill, it's all on him. I'm going to hand over to Thaylien now.
Okay. So I've got a bit of a long primer to get us going, just to make sure we're all on the same page. So the topic suggestion was free anime with ads, where you've got legal sources of anime that are ad-supported instead of needing a subscription. And so you don't pay for them. Initially, the prompt had the option of free with ad section of YouTube. However, as far as I could see, that's something that YouTube aren't really doing specifically in the UK. I haven't tried it with a VPN yet.
Yeah, it seems to be gone. I tried it here, and it seems to be gone.
Yeah, all the links that Zrugal posted have been blocked, basically. They're no longer available in my region. So it's probably because the streaming companies themselves, like Crunchyroll, have signed deals with YouTube to have their own content available as a paid service separate from the subscriptions to the main sites. So you can buy or rent access to an anime show or movie on YouTube without actually going to these other websites, which are the official sources. Something to keep an eye on, which we are all aware of at some point, some level, is that companies themselves, the production companies themselves, will occasionally stream some of their shows, or at least the first episode, on YouTube with YouTube's regular ads, so it's free with ads. So long as you know which channels to subscribe to, you can sometimes find something very interesting.
Yeah, I want to say we just recently talked about Bandai Spirits posting one of their Gundam shows for people to watch, but I think it was like a limited time run. It was only going to be like a couple of months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there are free areas out there that only require you to sign up. So this is less about finding the sources for free anime and more about whether the ads on the videos are worth putting up with. So before we go any further, we at Kanpai Cast do not recommend using methods of getting around ads on websites. They're frowned on by YouTube and often they support the creator you're watching. If it comes to it, though, I'm going to be honest and say that I haven't seen an ad that I didn't willingly watch on purpose in the last 5 years or so. So this is a new experience for me as far as that goes. There are ways and means, basically, to enjoy ad-supported content without the downsides. That all said, are the shows worth it to do that? So where can you actually watch it?
It's definitely a moral gray area, because on the one hand, ads don't work on me anyway, but on the other hand, not watching them means that these companies can't make money, and they can't show me anime for free.
So the main sources of up-to-date anime content online are Adult Swim, Netflix, and Disney+. The latter of these two require a subscription for any tier of access, so we're just going to discard them. And instead we're going to include a source of older anime that people often overlook, just one seemingly at random, which is Tubi. Although Tubi TV is known not to release English subs sometimes, just like whole series like Inuyasha are exclusively in Spanish.
Wow. I think you can also find them on Pluto TV, although I didn't actually go look there myself.
Yeah. On the positive, Crunchyroll offers its entire library featuring some of the best shows available for its ad-supported tier, and Adult Swim provides a large part of its library of its shows for free on the free tier. Although there are shows not provided by that tier.
I think it's important to note that the ad-supported tier you do still have to pay for. It's not like you're getting these for free with ads.
Okay, because Adult Swim only offers their online content to the UK on Channel 4's website, the UK Channel 4's website.
No.
Now it's just Channel 4 Plus. So the only place we can watch Adult Swim content that isn't for a subscription at all is on Channel 4.
Yeah.
And it is free to subscribe. It is ad supported. But it's the UK version is very, very limited. I think there's 5 shows available from Adult Swim that are classed as anime.
I think
there are a lot of others,
here.
The Rick and Morty stuff.
And most of those are on like a rotating schedule where you get 2 to 5 episodes, and then it changes every few weeks.
Like it's sort of like an update schedule-ish, but things are available for longer than just 1 week. And Tubi TV offers limited shows that seem to be randomly from anime history. There's a few modern ones, a few older ones, and a few very old ones.
Having watched some other stuff on Tubi, it's also important to note that their selection depends on what they can get for cheap and or free as a license, and often those licenses will expire, and then the show will disappear. So
absolutely,
it's even more volatile than Netflix or something, where sometimes shows do just disappear, but usually they're there for a long time. On Tubi, you don't know. You just don't know.
Exactly. I did find a bit of a diamond. The absolute B movie that is the Indonesian or Indian produced Dragon Ball live action movie. It's just, which is obviously a rewrite of the show, of the Dragon Ball show, but done very much in this kind of the style that Toriyama would have done. And it's hilariously bad to watch. I love it.
The only downside I saw in this movie is that there was no Krillin. Very sad.
Yeah. Although that could have been seen as offensive. Because he sure has no nose.
No, he's the 7th... he's the 8th Dragon Ball.
Indeed he is. Very shiny. So I've got a bit of a fact here for you guys about the ads on these ad-supported tiers. I went and looked up specifically. How long do you think each company allows ads for on their platforms?
Wait. What's the unit of measure? We're talking like ads per minute, or?
I was going to say ads per half hour and ads per hour.
No, I don't know. YouTube's insane. They allow a lot.
Yep, I'm going to get into YouTube.
I hear Crunchyroll's also pretty bad.
Can be. Crunchyroll offers 6 minutes of ads for every 24-minute episode.
Yeah.
Which includes...
And they don't care where they put them either. They just slap them in regardless.
Kind of.
Tubi's usually pretty good about where they put them.
I've got the stats on Tubi as well. So Crunchyroll offers an ad as a pre-roll, up to 3 15-second ads during the intro, basically the opening, So it could be
3
either side of the start of the show's intro and things. 1 mid-roll and 3 post-roll ads. 4 post-roll ads, 15 seconds, 2 20 seconds, and a 25 second. That if you're using the auto go to next episode, you have to watch. But if you close the episode and go to the next episode manually, you don't have to. Adult Swim shows on Channel 4 service are limited by UK law. And so they're allowed the same amount, 6 minutes per half hour, 12 minutes per hour. But they are more judicial in where they run them. They space them in the same way that many UK shows do, where it's before the show, in the middle of the show, and then towards the end of the show, so you catch you before the ending. Tubi limits ads to half of both of those, at 4 to 6 minutes of ads per hour, and it puts its ad breaks every 15 minutes of viewing time. So something to note is that Channel 4, for example, does offer these ads, but even though it breaks them up, if you try to stop a show, come back to it the next day, it'll actually ask you to watch the ads that you would have watched from the first 15 minutes.
Wow.
If you try to skip over the content. So, but Tubi does not. It's based on your actual viewing time.
Honestly, I've been watching a lot of stuff on Tubi recently, not anime, just stuff, and it's been a pretty great experience. Indeed.
YouTube is the big outlier, as it often has 2 unskippable ads on its content in a row, but will also have much longer ads that you need to manually skip after a limited amount of time. One of the longest known ads on YouTube was a recording of a 13-hour stream of Arby's slow-cooking brisket for its, at the time, new sandwich. As a promotion for the second Lego movie, many people found that their ad was literally the entire first Lego movie, uninterrupted by other ads because it was an ad.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm confused. No, can you repeat that?
So, the longest known ad on YouTube was a 13-hour recorded stream of Arby's slow cooking their beef for brisket as an advertisement for their newest brisket sandwich.
13 hours.
Yes.
13 hours as an ad.
So if I want to...
But you can skip it after like the first 30 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever.
Yes, it's 15 seconds skippable. So it gets all the logos and things out of the way, and the rest of it is just the stream of them slow cooking that brisket and coming back and doing the adjustments to temperature and things. to prove that they actually do that for their products. And as I say, another notable ad as a promotion for the second Lego movie was they put the entire first Lego movie into an ad that people would randomly encounter on Lego related videos.
And then they could skip after 15 seconds or just watch the whole movie.
They could watch the entire hour, 20 minutes movie.
As an ad.
Uninterrupted. For free.
As an, yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's just
there couldn't be any advertisements in it.
Before.
There couldn't be any new advertisements in it because it's already an ad. Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Exactly. Given those disparities, 6 minutes per half an hour, or a break every 15 minutes, or literal movies in the ads, I was going to put a few shows up, which we've done in this week, is a few shows, plus the entire library of Crunchyroll. What shows do you think are worth sitting through the ads for? What shows are good but not worth it? And
Thaylien,
overall,
again,
is it worth paying for the subscriptions?
I'm pretty sure that the full library of Crunchyroll is only available on the ad-supported tier for a subscription price. They've done the same thing that Netflix has done, where they have a really low price on a subscription, but it's ad-supported, so you pay for it and you get ads. I'm pretty sure there's only a limited amount of stuff that's available for free.
Interesting, because I did a few checks and it didn't ask me for a subscription. I went in with a fresh
did you make sure it was actually the sub or dub that you were looking at, and not like the Spanish
I'm always
dub?
looking at subtitles. I'm looking at Spanish. So I'm not looking at Spanish. I'm looking at regular
unless something has
stuff.
changed recently, that shouldn't be the case. It should be that there is an ad-supported tier that still costs money, but no actual free with ads.
My understanding with Crunchyroll is that it does that based on how recent the series is. So if he's watching stuff that's this season, I think Nasuth's correct. But if it's like a couple of seasons ago, then it's like, you know, the old way of how they used to do it.
Yes. Well, I just gone in there, completely not signed in, and opened up the first episode of Dan season 2, and it doesn't ask me for even to sign in.
Interesting. Really interesting.
So it did start playing an ad because I turned off my ad blocker. Wait, I mean, I didn't turn off my ad blocker. I don't have an ad blocker.
Whoa, what are you talking about? No one has ad blocker.
I wouldn't do that. No, definitely not when they're on YouTube recording podcasts.
Yeah.
So
it says,
didn't ask me for any kind of subscription.
So who knows if that's true?
Yeah. So I think it does depend on the show, but there is quite a lot of shows on there that are completely free to view with ads, and all you do, and the most you'll need to do is create an account.
Yeah.
Tubi doesn't need an account. Channel 4 does need an account, but, it doesn't charge you anything. Unless you want to get rid of the ads.
Oh.
So, I remember years ago, I tried to watch... was it? I think it may have been Classroom of the Elite, like the first season. I was trying to watch something, and on Crunchyroll, and it was the worst experience I'd ever had. Because it starts off with an ad for it was a Guild Wars 2 expansion that was like, Jade something or whatever. I don't bloody know. Then it gets to just before the intro sequence, and then it does the same thing, and then it gets after the intro sequence and does the same thing. The problem I had was the subtitles.
Oh,
you're right, 100%. It was the exact same ad every single time, but the subtitles were baked into the video stream, which literally meant I couldn't watch it because
the sub would keep playing during the ad, and then they'd be out of sync.
No! Stop! Right. Crunchyroll had decided, you need to go to 480p. The subtitles were blurry as all hell because they were baked into the footage, and I'm like, what is going on? I was so so I had high fidelity adverts, but when it came to actually watching it, it looked like Vaseline was smeared all over my bloody TV. I couldn't read it. It was, and
I bet there were those really thin subtitles too, instead of like, old style subtitles used to be big and chunky because you'd be watching them on a CRT TV.
Yeah, on a CRT, yeah.
I think it was a mix, but regardless, I couldn't cope with how blurry the subtitles were. Ultimately just went, nah, screw it. I'm not watching this.
I had a really bad time watching Classroom of the Elite too, but that was because it was Classroom of the Elite.
For different reasons.
Yeah. But I do feel though that there is a lot of these platforms prioritize like the marketplace first ahead of
they need to make money.
So I mean, like it's really interesting. Like there's this huge critique within the video game industry that the one thing that always seems to work, no matter what, is what's it called? The battle passes, the marketplace, being able to buy stuff. That always works. You never have any issues whenever that stuff's involved. But like, getting the game to run, nah, that's optional.
Yeah,
buggy as all heck.
Yeah, and
although I can, so just as a devil's advocate, I can find an excuse for that bit.
Which
and that
part
is for making the shops always work and the battle passes always work.
Okay.
Because banks would be upset with them if money transfers didn't work.
Chargebacks, yeah, and they'd have to cover the chargeback cost as well, rather than putting, because the user, there's no way they could make the user do that.
Okay.
So,
Indeed.
yeah, that kind of makes sense.
So, again, one of the biggest problems I had was, and like the biggest nuclear deterrent from me using Crunchyroll ever again, was the fact that I also had the same advert every bloody time. Now, granted, it's a video game advert. At least it's something of interest to me. I scroll through Instagram, and I get like hair care products. I get perfume products, and insanely expensive watches.
There's
and all sorts
nothing
of weird
wrong with wearing perfume. Okay, all right,
But on Instagram, does it tailor your ads to your experience? Have you turned up option off? Because the same thing will happen if you turn that off on Crunchyroll. If you turn off tailored adverts, it'll just display whatever it thinks you might be interested in based on what you're watching, as opposed to your browser history.
I think part of the problem also depends on when we're talking about. Like if this was 10 years ago or something, or even 5 years ago,
5 years ago,
I could see Crunchyroll not having as big a variety of ads, whereas today they might have more variety just because anime is more popular, and also they've merged with Funimation.
Yeah,
I do get where you're coming from, but the other side of this is the fact that ad tracking or targeted ads don't have to work to the same extent that they are made to work. So for example, you can base it on a positive or negative interaction with the advert, because one thing that you have with the likes of YouTube or with Instagram, you can skip the ad, right? It's for YouTube for the most part.
Generally,
yes. So if you choose to skip the ad, right, then maybe there's a reason why they've skipped the ad. And you can start making an informed decision on what ads to show based on the interaction with the ad. But no, they have to do it based on other criteria, like, who you are, what things you've liked, stuff like it's not on the ads. I'm like, your
age, your location, your search history.
24-year-old British person. Yeah, 24-year-old British man interested in first-person shooters will get a lot of ads tailored to them from people doing gamer mice and keyboards, so on.
I've had ads.
That's why I keep getting all these Colo Guard commercials on YouTube. Because I'm almost at the age where I have to start worrying about colon cancer. Fuck.
Anyway, but yeah, it frustrates me that it's either one end of the spectrum where you'll get every ad under the sun, or I turned on targeted adverts, I think, as an experiment on YouTube, and I was still getting adverts for something to do with cars. I don't drive. I don't own a car. Oh, something to do with beer. I don't drink alcohol. Like, these targeting systems are just shit.
You're a white man over 35. Why not?
Yeah, you just don't fit the demographic. I mean, the demographic is you don't fit. Even though you're part of that demographic, you don't fit the average.
But it's crazy though that the whole point of targeted ads is supposed to be tailored to the individual.
It's supposed to be tailored to the demographic.
Yeah. Okay.
You are part of a larger demographic.
You don't drive, so they're offering you cars so they can get you to drive.
Oh, I don't have a driver's license.
I think they're offering a car insurance.
They don't know that. They have no idea that you don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
But if you haven't driven, then they might know that you don't have a car in that sense, and so they're offering you cars. So it's trying to get you to buy one.
They want you to drink alcohol. Why aren't you
drinking
their alcohol?
People that own cars are more likely to buy car accessories. People that don't own cars are likely to buy cars.
Just try this cocaine once, man. That's all I'm saying. And then,
Right.
Check out this ecstasy. It's got a printing of a Mitsubishi logo on it.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you track at all the ad experience on the individual platforms? Like, what kind of ads they were throwing at you?
A little bit. So it depends entirely on the on whether they actually have targeted ads or similar. So Crunchyroll does do a lot of ads for people who are largely in their 20s. So they do have a demographic that's for the teens, but it does seem to be what genres of show you're watching, your show watching history, to kind of help with its assumptions of how old you are. And so it will in fact go with its own merchandise from Funimation, for the default. If it can't figure you out, it'll offer you more stuff from itself, like its own Crunchyroll store. But also, places that have paid in, like figurines and other merchandise stores that are working with them. Then there's adverts that are for cross promotion. So video games that have got anime promotions in them. I think there's one that's doing... there's Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross is a game, and it's doing crossovers with things like solo leveling, which I made a joke about a couple of weeks ago. And so if you've got solo leveling in your watch history, it'll recommend you that.
Right.
I also wouldn't be surprised if it advertises you smartphone games.
Yes, smartphone games. I didn't see too many for a lot else, but that was very limited from this last, few days of checking out different shows. See if they were ad supported and how they were ad supported. Tubi has no idea who I fucking am.
Yeah.
And so offered me everything, just knowing that I'm coming from the UK. I've got my
it's just like watching old TV.
UK. And so it is like watching old TV. It's medicine, it's insurance, it's puppies. Things that are generally show frolicking puppies to help you like whatever product they're selling. They're cheap, cheesy ads. They'll be for whatever's new, whatever's paid to be on Tubi, and surprisingly not many international ads. That's the thing that with some shows, when I clicked on the Spanish version of Inuyasha, it didn't offer me anything in Spanish. Nothing either from Spain or using the Spanish language as part of its adverts. It offered me all English adverts for things that are in the UK. But
so obviously
no consistency.
It at least knows where you're from, but that's it.
Yeah, it's using your geo IP, which I think is fair enough.
Channel
I'm telling you, man, Tubi's the best.
Channel 4, because it's a UK-based website, offered basically 60 different variations on Channel 4's own shows. Their live-action shows and series that they've got going on. But then also adverts that are obviously being paid for as TV ads that are just being repurposed. So if you've ever watched TV in the UK before, you know exactly what kind of ads are on British TV. And they could be for a surprising amount of anything.
Well, it's interesting you say that.
When a London-based scaffolding company advertised on there as well.
When I was a lot younger, there were adverts for pretty much anything. Like, if you were watching stuff like Cartoon Network, you would get adverts for...
Have you fallen and hurt your neck and back? Oh.
No. Toys or junk food or, come to McDonald's and so on and so forth. But as time's gone on,
few fast food ads on Channel 4.
Right. As time's gone on, it's now like just car insurance adverts, house insurance adverts, pet insurance adverts, because you can't target your ads at kids anymore.
No, you definitely can't target your ads at kids anymore.
And this was one of the biggest. Like I remember going from like when I was younger, before I went to university, I would watch excessive amounts of TV, and the second the adverts would turn on, I'd start flicking through the channels until I found something that wasn't adverts. It would drive my mum nuts, but it's because ads just have that
exactly.
When I left university, when I left for university, and I didn't have access to a TV for years, like I kind of massively detoxed from adverts, and then I went back to my parents. I think one year, we were, my father and I were watching a movie on TV. Advert kicks in halfway. I just start losing it. I am raging so hard because I was really enjoying the movie, and all of a sudden, car insurance, home insurance. Like, I don't give a shit about this crap. Put the movie back on, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, we dug out the DVD that was on the shelves and dusted off the DVD player and actually got that playing the movie instead. I'm just like, but I feel I don't know who adverts work on. Because
you see, Xeno, the problem is that we, this is going to sound so egotistical, we are above the average when it comes to this sort of thing. Most people I always go back to this old George Carlin line. Imagine how stupid the average person is. And then realize that about half of them have to be dumber than that.
Because it's the average.
Because it's the average.
Yep.
So even if we are in the above average side of things, there is still this massive populace that is going to be taken in by this shit way too easily. Now, I think there's also just something to be said about media literacy. I think over the years, people that have grown up on TV are going to be, especially now with the internet, are going to be less susceptible to this sort of thing because they can skip it, or they've seen it so much already that it has no effect on them,
I mean, it's interesting you say this because, like, I remember the era where web browsers had adverts baked
everywhere.
That's how... Yeah. No. Baked into the web browser. So, like, you start up. So, Internet Explorer, massive pile of junk. No one ever bloody used it. So, people would swap over to other services.
They use it to download Netscape.
Yes, Netscape, or even the original Opera, or things like that, because Opera's been around for a bloody long ass time. This is all before even Firefox, right? Firefox, Opera, Netscape. They had an ad banner above the address bar. Right?
That is true. Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, because that's how they had revenue so that they could actually keep the browsers going and things. And it wasn't, I don't know which...
No, that's not true. Xeno, I think you accidentally had some spamware.
No.
That's not true.
From your parents.
Yeah, I think you just had some.
I know that I cleared some off, and it did get rid of the ad banners for a while.
What are you talking about?
People installing like search engines that don't exist and are just there for the
No. The browsers themselves used to have adverts in them because that's how the developers of the browsers made any money, right? Because the browsers were free. But Opera was one of the last browsers that used to have ads in them. So we're just are we gonna quickly look this up, or
no? Because I doubt I'll be able to actually find it.
Because it's So you would have like adverts in the browser, and Opera was one of the last browsers that actually still had ads in it, which is what really killed its market share, because Firefox, which is, making its way up in the world, didn't have ads in its browser and was just destroying everything. Loads of people swapped over. Now, the biggest reason I didn't swap over is because I love mouse gestures. I use mouse gestures to open tabs, close tabs, navigate through tabs really easily, through pages and stuff. But
meanwhile, I'm over here using keyboard shortcuts.
Opera didn't get rid of their ads, I think, until they swapped over to Chromium. That's how late it was in the day.
I found you a visual history of Firefox's UI and UX history.
Well,
I was gonna say it was never in Firefox. He's gonna say it was never in Firefox.
I'm pretty sure instantly looking at this is that's the old one. Oh god, look how old
that's
it is.
V1 to V3. That's the one. So the one in the thumbnail is. What does it say?
Hang on, I need to make a note to put this
V4.
in the episode notes when we post this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
I don't remember them tabbing that early.
Looking through, no, they did not seem to have any ad banner in there unless it was installed as a add-on.
Yeah,
by some little trashware.
No, he's gonna say it was in.
Came in.
Yeah, he's gonna say it was in Internet Explorer.
No, it wasn't in IE. IE, because it was a built-in browser to thing. I'm pretty sure IE didn't have ads, but Netscape definitely did, and so did Opera. And then Firefox came around and just snubbed the whole thing. But it doesn't matter. The whole point is.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Right. No, I'm not. No, let's continue. It's been a nice little distraction.
Yeah. Let's. I did see.
We haven't even started really talking about anime yet.
No, but I did see when Dino asked about who was being targeted. I did see a trend on Channel 4 for adverts for new parents.
Interesting.
So for young, so by that I mean lots of adverts for Pampers and Huggies, lots of adverts for helpful things for kids. But advertised obviously towards new parents, people who are with kids. So they're up watching Channel 4, obviously to catch up with their shows when the kids are asleep.
So going back to the whole thing, I feel that, Nasuth's kind of right on the money here. Our generation, and especially the younger generations, have become so sort of net savvy that traditional advertising really doesn't work. That I think you even saw this shift in the late 90s and early 2000s where you started getting really weird ads that were telling stories or just completely off the wall bizarre. They were trying to break out of the traditional mold. You guys did. We didn't get those because they did not play well over here. They did not play well in the UK. People reacted a lot of our adverts are just music and B-roll. That's it, right? But the one thing that I think has really started to take off is sponsorship stuff. So where content creators are talking about their experiences going to different restaurants in Japan, or talking about their experiences with.
I love Surfshark because it does blah 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 blah. I use my Raycon earbuds because they fit so comfortably, etc. etc.
And a lot of the time, the promotion is tailored in such a way that they acquired the product themselves, even though there is no chance in hell you bought this
so when I did a HelloFresh sponsorship one time on First Stream, they do make you like buy at least one box, so you do have to have some personal experience with it. But it's not like I bought it and then was like, oh man, this is so cool, I want to reach out to HelloFresh and get a sponsorship deal. No, that never happens.
And I think that is one of the new ways that we have to become savvy, is the second someone starts like shilling a product, it's like, oh, okay, this is just someone trying to shill a product. This isn't, this is go to Temu or go to Etsy or go to other jank as hell website and
marketplace.tf.
And it might be a really good product, but
that's Team Fortress 2.
Okay.
Yeah. It might be a really good product, but, if you put a little research in, you might find something better. Don't just... And don't let it persuade you to get something that you're not looking for anyway. Like, what do I care if somebody's bed is super comfortable, unless I am looking for a bed?
In which case, I'll go and look at actual reviews.
Yeah, exactly.
Costing.
And I also think that this is part of another side of the problem, is the fact that reviews can be bought.
Especially in this day and age with bot accounts.
So, oh God, yeah. So a little segue story. Before I got the job that I have now, I was offered effectively the same position, but as a contractor. So I was only supposed to work there for 2 months, right? In the UK, it is illegal to work less than 3 months as self-employed, right? So you have to be registered as self-employed for at least 3 months, right? So if I worked for this business, I would have to have a month off before I could become a permanent employee again. And they turned to me, and so the agent turned to me and said, oh, well, we can set you up with an umbrella company, right? They will receive the money on your behalf. You will be employee of the umbrella company for the duration of the contract, and then the umbrella company will pay you straight off the bat, sort of thing. And this is sketch as hell.
Shady as hell.
Yeah. So I Googled it and I looked for reviews. And the two extremes of reviews are: Umbrella Company is the best company at being Umbrella Company, and they treat all the people that they work with the bestest, and they never screw over people. And what?
You keep saying Umbrella Company,
Corporation.
And so yes, now I'm in my brain. All of this that you're talking about is happening with Umbrella Corp.
Yeah, just imagine that. But the whole point is, like, the way that the review was written was as if it was a speech, as if it was a Donald Trump speech, to be fair, right? So it was written in such a way that words were constantly repeating. It was supposed to be super reassuring that nothing could possibly go wrong.
I love Umbrella Company. I would recommend it to all my family and friends.
Exactly, right? And the other side of this was you would get oh God, what's the name of you would get reviews where it was like, I haven't been paid for them for the last 6 months. I'm still waiting to be paid. I've had to take them to small claims court because they still haven't paid me for a job 2 years ago. And it's like all the ones that sounded super legitimate were like one-line sentences, completely slamming the company. And you would only have 1 stars or 5 stars. There was no like 2, 3s or 4s, right? It was 1 stars or 5 stars. All the 5 stars were like, they were all bought reviews.
Yeah. That's literally, if it's that polarized, it means it's a terrible company, because the only people that would be writing 5-star reviews for a terrible company are paid, whereas all the people being honest will rate it 1 star.
And I think, again, like, this is a huge problem that we're seeing with the platforms like Amazon. we look to buy a product, and is it actually A, worth the price that we're paying for on Amazon, and B, a legitimate thing that we're paying for, right?
I feel like at Amazon these days you need to start at the 3 stars and read down from there.
Oh god!
Just disregard the 4s and the 5s.
I always look for the 1 stars. I always like,
for sure.
Hey, is this?
Yep.
And I always look for like how many reviews something has.
Yes.
So
and the ratios.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, for example, the chair I'm sitting on right now. You gave me you were worried about it when I said I got it because it's a fabric back. It's a mesh back chair, but it's the one chair I found.
Oh yeah.
That didn't have any reviews on it saying, "Oh yeah, the back fell through in 3 months," or the cylinder started sinking after 3 days. That kind of thing. So, the complaints for things like.
For everyone's benefit, the way that Thaylien said that, it sounded like I have a problem with mesh back chairs. I don't have a problem with mesh back chairs. The problem is that the last
too many of them are cheap.
2 or 3. No, the last 2 or 3 that I've bought are all from IKEA. They're all like £150. Actually, they're more expensive now.
Yeah.
And after a year, the frame bends back. Especially considering I'm using it all the fucking time, which is why I spent like nearly £400 on this thing. Because like this thing is like a godsend. It's amazing. Anyway,
maybe it's just because I have good posture today. teasing. So let's get back onto the actual subject of anime, because we are we've got right into the ads. So what is actually worth it? If I list a couple of these shows that I haven't included this week, I'm not going to go into them. So would you watch ads for Gundam Age?
Not AGE. Yes. No.
How about After War Gundam X?
Which one's X? I might watch Gundam X.
That is 15 years post Interstellar War with the guy named Garrod.
I think I would watch X if because I did start X, but I never got the.
Would you watch a Gundam you'd never watched before if it had ads? Just say you'd watch this Gundam.
I don't know, because like there's a lot of shit Gundams, and to me, ads are a huge deterrent to whether or not I engage with a platform. I mean, fuck, I will happily admit I pay for YouTube Premium. Because when you guys were proposing this as a topic, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna watch anime on YouTube with ads. I'm like, but I pay for premium.
Yeah,
exactly. You'd have to go in with a fresh account and watch it.
I'm not censoring premium.
You could go.
You'd have to make a new Google account and sign in for that.
Well, I literally pay for premium because on my TVs, if I try to watch YouTube, the ads drive me nuts.
Yes.
I pay for it. If YouTube, turn around and say, oh yeah, we're now going to have a paid for version, like we're now going to make the current paid for premium with ads, I'm going to be like, have they?
Yes. Paid for now doesn't guarantee that you won't get ads, just that you won't get the regular unskippable ads.
Really?
They've started bringing in that on some things there will be ads contractually from the owners of the material.
They may only have that for browsers though. They may not have added that to TV stuff.
I watch it on both, and I've not seen this yet.
Okay, but on your PC, admit it. No, don't admit it.
So what you've got, if you pay for YouTube Premium, then you're fine. If it's the Premium Lite plan, which is right now the bottom tier of Premium, especially in shorts, it will offer ads.
Okay, so I have
content when browsing or searching.
I have the premium one because there wasn't a light one when I bought it. But this is something that I am pro adding in a cheaper plan with ads than making the current cheapest plan have ads and add in a more expensive plan without ads. I'm against that. Like, screw you, Netflix. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a fucking nightmare to hear.
Yeah.
I don't think YouTube Premium has even raised its prices in a long time either. Unlike Netflix and Crunchyroll and Hulu.
I think that because they're big enough that enough people are in fact subscribing to their premium stuff that it's paying a lot of what they need.
You say that, but they're still losing money.
Anyway, yeah, definitely using money. So,
I think the problem for me is I am probably one of those rare individuals that my calm is damaged whenever something I am properly engrossed in is interrupted by something I'm forced to experience. Like,
meanwhile, I have so much ADHD that I can just drop it and pick it back up.
Like when I am playing video games, if I have to so over the weekend I played Mecha Break with Joey, and they have this thing where your character sort of ejects from the cockpit of the mech when the mech is destroyed. I fucking wish I could skip that. That is such a dumb fucking... Because the animation doesn't change at any point in time. Digital Extremes did a fantastic job by modulating the audio of their narrators, right? So if the Lotus, your narrator character, turns around and says, like, missions changed, kill everyone, right? There's modulation that they inflect on the voice, so it doesn't sound the exact same every single time you hear it. Yes, the modulation will repeat itself, so you will hear the same modulation more than once, but the whole point is that it's not the same thing
every time.
Every time you don't tune it out.
There's also variations on the phrasing as well. So she might say change of plans, ignore your original objective, kill everybody, kill everyone that's in sight. Or you'll say mission objective has changed, ignore original mission parameters or something like that.
Yeah. But this is the point though. Like I feel that when my immersion is shattered, and it especially gets ruined by adverts, I am not okay with it. Here's a question. Can I pivot?
Well, I think Thaylien had more shows he wanted to ask us about, but sure, why not?
Yeah, so pivot. What would you say?
So there was a big thing recently that Netflix is actually investigating how to put subliminal advertisements, so basically adverts for products in shows using AI.
Like some of the memes we've had, like the Cerveza, yes.
Yeah, so obviously Cerveza Cristal was...
a meme?
No. Where's that from? Is it Portugal? I can't remember where.
I don't know.
Oh, it's like Brazil, that kind of area.
Yeah. So the whole point is that they would add in new footage to like the movie or whatever to product place in the actual movie, which I prefer because at least the movie's still going on, right? It's not just a hard cut, we're going to talk about something else. If it was a case of, they're playing, it's an anime about video games and League of Legends is in the background, at least that's a fucking video game.
Okay, but that's normal product placement. What they're talking about, I don't feel like is normal product placement anymore.
Go on.
No.
Although that said, this goes years back. You go to The Fifth Element, and they literally have McDonald's as product placement. They literally stop. Yeah.
Although they do that in a way that's actually unique to the universe, where it's a giant McDonald's with all the floating cars coming up the window.
They make it fit into the story. And I feel like what you're talking about is going to not fit in with the story.
Yeah,
like,
I think
like again, we had the meme with Akira, right, where Tetsuo. Oh my god, is going out of control, and then he just reaches for the Cerveza crystal. I feel like it's going to be more like that, where the tone is going to be so wrong that it's still going to break your immersion. In fact, it might break your immersion even worse.
I'd be interested to give it a go.
I would be very interested to see something like, these overt product placements where they'll have a vending machine with Pepsi all over it.
Yeah.
In one thing, but of course, in another thing, they use AI to make it to make it Coca-Cola.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes.
Right. I swear, when Tiger and Bunny first aired, one or more of the heroes had a metric F-ton of branding from various different things like Pepsi, Sony, like all these different things. I swear they had like loads of branding on the hero costumes. But then when it came to the rest of the world, the branding was removed.
The original airing of Tiger and Bunny has the heroes' outfits plastered in logos like a NASCAR race car. Yeah, yes. It looks like it might have
So Golden Ryan had Bandai, iCity, Darts Live, Premium Bandai, and something else.
Yeah.
Heroes had Coolish. See. Bunny himself had Bandai Crusade and Amazon Japan.
Yep,
branding.
Bunny's got Bandai right across his chest plate.
But I don't understand.
In the Netflix version, they remove each and every logo. It's about the sponsors who aren't there. I assume since Netflix didn't get a cut of the sponsorship product placement deal, they didn't want to advertise the real products for free. That would make sense.
Fuck off.
Oh,
that would make sense.
Somebody's collated them. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. So let's start from Tiger. Had Lawson, Imagination Works, Pac-Man, Kinto, and another Japanese company that's all in Japanese I can't read.
Thaylien, you wanna send this link to me and I can just pop it on screen? Oh no, you can see all my tabs. I don't care.
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah. So Tiger and Bunny, Lawson, Imagination Works, Pac-Man, Kinto, Bandai, X5, Tanita, Battle Spirits, Monster Strike. Golden Ryan, Bandai, Iron City, Darts Live, Premium Bandai. We wrote it Coolish because that obviously fit her color scheme.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem had Animate, Aquaclara, Natsugi. Sky High had Passlogy, Tamashi Arrows, T-Joy, Movix. Yeah. These are some rather complex advertising. I mean, Dragon Kid with them on the fucking hair thing. That's amazing.
Yeah, and they just erased them in America.
Yeah, they just got rid of all of them, right?
Wow, Origami Psycho had a lot.
I'm interested to know, right? Were these legitimate sponsorships, or was it just a case of, hey, can we slap your branding on our character?
I imagine they wouldn't be able to get away with that even in Japan. So it's probably legitimate. But the way that a lot of these sponsorships, like, it may even be that Netflix couldn't show them without permission of the original companies.
Though you say this, right? What about JoJo? Because every JoJo stand or stand user, being like a music reference or whatever, they all have to be edited out because
but in Japan the copyright for those might be handled differently because they're not from Japan. Where it's the same thing. Also, Netflix couldn't show these images, these logos, because they're not from America.
Mm-hmm. That could be the case.
It just feels so weird to me.
Trust me, the laws surrounding all this stuff are very stupidly complex, overcomplicated.
Or sometimes really stupidly simple, like, oh yeah, we just can't do it because they're not from our country, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to read you a lovely little plot synopsis.
Go on.
And because if I have to read it, you guys have to hear it. Setsuna, a high school student, not only has to deal with bullies and more than inappropriate feelings for his own sister, but also must come to terms with the fact that he is a reincarnation of the angel Alexiel, who rebelled against God. Being thrust into a world he never knew existed, he must believe that angels and demons exist for the sake of heaven, earth, and even hell. This is Angel's Sanctuary. And this is apparently a show where he actually does, in fact, sleep with his sister.
But it's not really his sister because he's an angel.
Yeah, because he's an angel.
Oh, this actually, looking at this actually makes me think one of the sites we didn't list is Retro Crush, which also has free anime with with ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one.
But it's all retro anime. It's all old stuff. That's how they can get away with it because it's cheap.
So it's a 3-episode OVA series, and it is all the worst tropes that you'd expect from young adult fiction.
Yeah.
See, when I was looking at some of the images, I thought this was like some near yaoi boys love stuff.
Oh,
but apparently not.
Well, I'm fairly sure. Mostly because the angel Alexiel is female. Despite Setsunamoto being male.
I see.
So it makes things even more interesting because it could be then classed as a Yuri.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Yuri incest supported by ads.
Anyway.
I'm sure the advertisers really appreciate being put onto that one. All right, what about some of the really good ones? You list your top 5 favorite shows from the last couple of years.
Free Run. Apothecary Diaries.
Yes.
Danmachi.
Yeah,
Danmachi. Delicious in Dungeon.
Yeah.
Did I say that one? Sorry, I meant Dan to Dan when Dan said it somewhere.
Okay. Yeah. Would you watch these with ads if that was the only way if you couldn't pay for a subscription tier?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
If the ads were placed properly, I think yes. If the ads are just slammed in regardless of if they're breaking, the middle of a sentence or not, then
yes.
Fuck no.
So would you?
Everything still has to answer.
Sorry.
Everything Nasuth has said, but also the ads can't repeat, right? I would say the ads can't be more than 30 seconds long.
I would say the ads can't repeat in the same episode.
Most ads on everything except YouTube, ads are limited to 30 seconds at max on all of the platforms I've checked.
Not on. Okay, so I'm
not on Twitch.
Not.
So
yeah, that's what I was going to say.
On all of these platforms that I've listed, Tubi, Channel 4, their max ad length is 30 seconds.
Right. But
they have multiple individual ads.
Yeah, I'm fine with multiple individual ads, no longer than 30 seconds. And I'd probably say no more than 4 ads a go. Right? So 2-minute ad installments I'm fine with. If it's a case of we'll give you 5 minutes of ad installments, but we'll never interrupt you again.
Yeah.
Fine. Right?
Like 5 right at the beginning or something. Yes. Yeah.
So
No, not necessarily. Actually, I'll give you that. If they do 5 minutes of ads right at the start, right, I will 100% take that. Right?
And leave that going so that you can support the thing.
Yes.
Exactly.
But if it's in the middle of my show multiple times, I don't know how people watch American TV. I swear to love God.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It used to not be that bad, but it's gotten horrible in the last 20 years. Anyway,
here's the follow-on question. Those 5 shows, would you recommend that having watched them yourself, now and loving them, would you recommend that other people watch them even if they have to watch the ads?
Yes.
You would? Excellent. What about you, Nasuth? Would you recommend Apothecary Diaries to somebody even if they had to watch ads to get it?
100%. 100%.
I kind of feel the same way. Okay, so how about our ones that we enjoy that are a bit more controversial? So, for example, Nasuth liking The Eminence in Shadow for its B-movie hilarity. Right? Would you recommend that with ads?
I think so. I think I still would. Again, given the stipulations that we've had before, where, you know, the ads need to be at least in a block, preferably they don't repeat at least within that episode. You know, all that good stuff. I think I still would, because it's like there's two ends of the spectrum, right? It's so good that you should watch it regardless, and then it's not good enough for you to pay for. You know what I mean?
I think one side of this is realistically, you have to. It's like death of the artist, death of the advert, right? Because you can either choose to buy it physically, like the sheer volume of anime that I own physically is through the roof. They used to cover this entire set of shelves behind me until Loz was like, stop putting your bloody DVDs on shelves, just put them in boxes and put your models on shelves, and that's what I did. But so I think you have to consider death of the advert, which is a stupid notion in and of itself, because you could choose to buy the physical editions of the anime. That's what I used to do for the longest time, because there was no other way I could actually watch something.
Yeah, but you could also choose to pay for the streaming service.
No, back then there wasn't streaming services. Right?
Okay, all right.
There was, like, you know, I'd be lucky. Like,
I could buy all of TNG on video cassette. Well, I guess DVD later, but if I don't want to watch it on TV with ads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there has to be a line drawn in the sand. Like, for example, if you were to ask me, should people watch Gushing Over Magical Girls if there's adverts, right? It's like,
I don't know, it might help them calm down from the what the fuckery.
No, but like I feel it is too subjective. At no point in time could there be a decent, unbiased opinion, because everyone's ad experience is different, right? I might get ads for tampons where you get ads for hair care products, right? Like, why the fuck am I getting ads for tampons, right?
Why am I getting ads for hair care products?
No, he's getting ads for hair care products. He actually
what am I getting ads for? What am I getting ads for?
You know those magazines? You know those magazines that you buy and they come with like little bits of a model, like TNG stuff. So, like, you know, you're getting like advertised parts to make your own Enterprise D. You know. But okay. You know, you would get adverts for that sort of stuff. So I really feel that it's all down to personal preference. And I have been burnt so tirelessly by adverts. It just feels like the emotional cigarette that's constantly put out on my skin whenever I have to watch a sodding advert.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. So here, weird fact. Mm-hmm. I don't get a lot of pain response from heat. It has to be rather extreme. So I can actually put cigarettes out on my hands. I think
we're focusing on the wrong part here.
But yeah, so I just realised that it's one of those things of, I can in fact knock out cigarettes on my palms without.
Anyway,
worrying. Still, I see what you're saying. So that's the thing. When you've got this burnout of ads in your system, where you're so used to watching things without them, where you can pay to watch without them, where you can get physical media without them, ads start to become a very strange concept. I mean, especially to our generation.
actually, genuine story, right? So
as opposed to all his fake stories.
I went, especially as opposed to all my fake stories. I went to a shop in Birmingham years ago. This is post-pandemic, where I was just following a friend and sort of thing, and they had things like the Nendroids behind me and stuff. The Nendroids were insanely expensive, like £90 an Nendroid, right? Most of mine are £30, right? So 3 times the price is absolutely insane. And I was able to overhear a conversation from the cashier to a customer telling people how to acquire anime on the internet so that they could then, instead of spending their money watching anime, they could spend their money buying stuff at the store. The salesperson was giving a list of different places on the internet to acquire anime, and I was absolutely flabbergasted overhearing this conversation.
Of course, you immediately called the police because what they were doing was illegal, right? And you had them, of course, The
idea that getting people to watch more anime and then have their budget still left over for all the merch, I can see exactly why they're doing that. That's well, sadly, I mean, makes a lot of sense.
It does sadly make a lot of sense, but it's crazy to think that you have businesses that are promoting acquisition,
illegality.
Acquisition. I'm trying to keep it YouTube friendly here. And
streaming sources.
Yes, they're promoting streaming sources just so they, screw them getting money, give us money. I'm like, this is all too common in the capitalist West, I feel.
Xeno's starting to sound like a Marxist.
Oh yeah, but did you hear the modern adventurer thing that came in, where a modern adventurer walks into a dark wizard shop and says, "Beware, adventurer. Many of the things that you see before you come with prices that you did not expect to pay." He's like, "Yeah, I know how American sales tax works. Thanks." No. I mean that many of these things that you may buy are willing to affect you in ways that we are not responsible for. Yeah, I know how end-user licenses are to work.
Oh my god!
And if I just... No, what I'm saying is, you silly fool, that all of these items are cursed and designed to hurt you. So, yes, I know what capitalism is, thanks.
I also
I'll see if I can find you the short. It's
I saw a short the other day where, so I don't know if you know this, but Ubisoft have recently updated their terms and conditions. So if Ubisoft shuts down a game, right? It is no longer available for digital download. You can no longer play it. You are responsible for destroying the physical copies of said game, right? So, yeah, if I think there's one called The Crew or something, which got shut down. So all the online servers and everything are offline now. You are responsible as the end consumer to go and uninstall it and destroy the original copy.
Oh,
right.
Oh,
I've heard people turn around.
The crew has, the crew is actually back active again for private server usage. So,
right. But I've heard in response to this, if in modern day capitalism, you do not own the thing you have purchased.
Mm-hmm.
Online acquisition is not illegal.
Yes. That's the theory. If all you're doing is paying for a license for it, then licenses are made to be agreed to.
Yeah. Well, so, I just like the idea that
Yeah. So there is a massive movement. Actually, this is a small little diversion. Have you heard of the Stop Killing Games movement?
I think everyone has.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So
let's tell the audience though. Let's.
Yes. So the Stop Killing Games movement was basically created by somebody who went through the process of the lawsuit of the crew, and he wants to ensure that governments get hold of this idea, get hold of this situation, and start talking about introducing requirements for game producers to ensure that they are either a license only, or that their games that you're buying have a end of life plan that allows people to still use the content that they have purchased.
There's also an addition, which is a fixed term service. So if they put it on and they say, right, it's going to be up for 3 months, right? That's the fixed term. Then you are informed that they only intend to make sure that it's up for 3 months. If they turn around and say, like, it's going to be up for 10 years, then they have to abide by that as well.
Exactly.
So if for instance, if the first Descendant said, we're going to run this game for 2 years and then we're going to shut it down, then you go in, going in that all your digital purchases in that game are going away after 2 years.
Well, yes.
No,
that's the thing. No, this plan is that.
Sorry, can I interrupt? The reason is that with the first Descendant, that at least for 2 years that your stuff is going to be perfectly fine.
Yes.
After that, it's whether or not they decide to shut it down. The reason being is the most recent Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero or Sparking Zero.
Yes.
I don't know what.
Sparking Zero.
That has been shut down after less than a year because of
they couldn't balance the characters
nature of the game.
Yeah,
they didn't even try to balance the characters because they wanted it to be representative of the fucking anime. So then you got Whis that can't be fucking hit to save his life, and oh god. Anyway,
So the plan is that these companies must build in a plan that say, for example, releasing the server software. So how people run the games privately.
I actually have an example of a company that did this on their own, right? So you're aware of the Myst series, Myst Riven, Myst 3, etc.?
Yes.
Okay. They had an online version called Uru. And, I mean, this was years ago, right? It was early days of broadband internet. A lot of people were still on dial-up at the time. And the problem was, it was ahead of its time. It was way too early. The worlds that you went to were way too big. They took way too long to download, etc., etc., etc. So the game died online.
Yes, it did.
And then they released the server code and said, go make your own private servers. Just do what you want. And now it's actually back, but with an official server, but they're not updating it. They're not adding anything to the game. But you can still go play it for free. Just because.
Yes.
Just because they want that RPG to be around.
Yes. Exactly. So this is the thing, is that many of the games don't have to have official servers going forward.
Exactly.
And there's one particular content creator who I won't mention, really planned this movement because he misrepresented what their goal was, which would be that every game would have to then be turned into a single player, which is not the case.
Not true.
Because private servers exist as a concept. And so...
I mean, even something like Warframe technically already has the capability for private servers. That's how you do Conclave.
There is somebody already making a version of the original 2013 release.
Don't
technically.
don't spread that around. That is no. That's not something he said.
Problem to say that somebody's making, but it's not anything official. But hey, there are
efforts to
because
like Dauntless just recently shut down. I really enjoyed Dauntless. I even really liked the final update that they did that changed a lot of stuff. And now I could never play it again. All that stuff I did there, gone forever. But if they release the server code,
the idea would be that. So, in the same sense, this whole thing is basically the concept of support for end of life and licensing. And the same thing I think should apply to other content that you make. For example, you don't have to guarantee that an online service has to have streaming anime, and they don't have to have everything available in one giant archive, but physical media should exist, and people should be able to get hold of that freely for as long as that has been produced. The copies still go around.
I think that there is a huge problem, though, that a lot of people have completely missed this. I don't know when this happened. You used to be able to buy anime, like a complete series, on DVD and obviously later Blu-ray and things. You could buy the whole thing for about, I don't know, 45 quid, right? Sometimes you could get it for like much cheaper. You get like a whole series for a whole 24 episode series for like 15 quid, right? But
it kind of depends on how many episodes they put on them. But yeah, 20, that's fair enough.
24, right? But the whole point is that in recent years with Kanpai News, we have seen that with streaming, physical copies of the products have been massively delayed in releasing to the general public by years, right? Because streaming services have got a monopoly on them. They got the license, so they can go, okay, well, we're going to take this off the servers now, so we'll start selling it in physically. Or, it's just stupidly popular, let's see if we can make more money physically. So that's one side of it. But they've also jacked up the price. We've seen it.
Some of them are over $100. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. For like half a series. Yeah.
Yep. So...
And not even for something like a steelbook or some, just a regular DVD release.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just that part one. So I just decided to go onto the inflation calculators. I got the entire Cowboy Bebop collection back in the day for £25.
Yeah.
Okay, off to the side. And adjusting for inflation from back when I got it to now, £25 would now be $38.70. So it's still cheaper than what we would be paying now, because if you actually go and look at some of the Cowboy Bebop collections you can get on the Blu-ray discs and things, they're marketed over 50.
Yeah. And the technology for making these discs has only gotten better and faster and cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And the availability of the shows in terms of their publishers and the visibility of anime to the general public has only gotten broader. So instead of prices reducing with more demand and better availability, they're going up beyond what they should.
It's like they want people to turn to the high seas.
I think a large part of the problem, though, is the monopoly, right? Because manga entertainment's gone. That got bought out by Funny. ADV collapsed because I can't remember what the name of the Chinese. So ADV used to have a Chinese partner, but it meant that all the stuff that they had that was licensed under ADV was actually technically licensed under them. So then when that Chinese partner left ADV and went to Funimation, they took like 10 years worth of shows from ADV and took them. It was crazy amount. It might have been like 15 years. so that pretty much collapsed ADV, and now we have, I think it's called Sentai Filmworks. You know, so the only two people that realistically are anime studios, right, are Crunchyroll, which is also owned by Funimation, all owned by Sony, right?
Yes.
Crunchyroll.
Even Katakawa, I think, is owned by, well, a big chunk of it's owned by Sony.
No, it's not as big as, it's a small chunk.
Oh, okay.
Small chunk, but it's still part owned.
Yeah. But, so, oh god, shit. Crunchyroll and High Dive. And we never talk about High Dive.
I don't know.
So,
I mean, I guess you could say Netflix as well, but to a lesser degree. Definitely not Hulu though. Hulu just
slap
licenses
their brand
stuff
on things.
Yeah.
I think Netflix, as Thaylien says, just slap their brand on things. It's you know, the difference between Netflix and Crunchyroll is determined, I think, primarily by the release. If they release it all at once, Netflix has actually put in a decent amount of money. So things like JoJo, things like Cyberpunk Edge Runners, right?
They did do Dan sequential in week by week.
Yes, which is them just having the distribution rights and slapping their name on the front of it.
Exactly.
So they did the same with Dan, with Komi, with Dungeon Meshi. They, you know, they do it all the time, and they make it look like they actually made it. Netflix put their branding on the Full Metal Alchemist live action. They had zero to do with it, right? Warner Brothers made it when, oh, this is awful, we're not releasing this. So, Netflix picked up the distribution rights.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of live action things, I know we're getting on in the episode. Do we want to talk about anything in particular? I mean, there's one thing we definitely want to talk about, but are there any other shows you want to actually hit before then?
No, I think this. I don't know where this was supposed to go, but I think we've ended up.
We've gone right into ads and everything else.
Yeah.
I was going to bring out maybe some of the things I found on Tubi that were interesting, because I have seen Blue Sub 6. I think quite a lot of people.
I didn't like Blue Sub 6
because it's, even though it's not for everybody, it's one of those animes that's kind of like shows you progression of anime. It's one of those
it's one of early digital
on the timeline.
Yeah, early digital, early CGI.
But there are some look to be really interesting classic old anime. Like Riding Bean is just a 48-minute movie, and it's about a kidnapping plot when the getaway driver, who's got some haunting from a bad job, basically decides to return the abducted child, and there's a big chase scene, battle, and it's that classic anime style. If people want to see it on screen, if you're on the audio version, come on over and check it out about this timestamp.
Beautiful.
It is like the classic detailing with the cars and things, but also the absolute insanity that is the hair.
Yeah.
And
at least they've all got noses.
Oh yeah, it's this classic anime where they had noses before the inbreeding took them.
No, before Escaflowne.
Sorry, the selective
the noises,
breeding took them. Yeah, for Escaflowne got them. There's some interesting Figure 17, which seems to have an interesting theme to it. Where it's that one.
Is that this one?
Yep. And Figure 17 is basically where a 10-year-old girl and her friend, basically she sees a UFO crashing and fuses with the alien life form, which basically gives her a host so that she can fight off an alien invasion.
Oh, that's pretty classic, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a bit of magical girl transformation in there to become the more grown-up alien and have the alien powers. But, it's combine that with slice of life, but it has got that classic.
Now, Xeno, you got the screenshots. What are we seeing here exactly?
I don't want a fucking clue, dude.
Yeah, see, there we go. We've got her friend fusing with the alien there on screen. There we go.
You may have noticed during the earlier parts of this episode that the screen just went black. That's because I went through. There was nothing inappropriate, right? But there was just boring stuff. Like I think what was the one we were just talking about? Riding Bean. There's a bit like the last 6 screenshots were RC cars.
Oh.
It was just people playing with RC cars. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just removed it, and there was odd bits throughout these things that Thaylien's picked out. It was just like, what is the hell? There's certificates on one of them.
Xeno built a little system that kind of picks out screenshots at semi-random, and so it saves us. So it saves us time of having to go in there and individually get screenshots, which is
so much effort.
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
but it does do weird stuff like that.
And speaking of that kind of thing, though, how about X Drive?
This one, yeah.
Top right, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Lorna and Lisa are the main characters, and they're skilled drivers for the government, for a government agency that are on the hunt for malfunctioning AI-controlled cars, which put people in grave danger when they go off-road.
I've seen
this very familiar
video.
So this style is like early, like the what were those studios that did like?
I can't read what the studio is.
You're Under Arrest, I swear.
Something like that, yeah.
Like the the art style is You're Under Arrest, I swear.
Mm-hmm. And literally, they go around getting into driving chases in classic cars. Some of them, like old Porsches with flip-up headlights. That basically chasing down AI-controlled cars, which is a really interesting concept that people not only built AI-controlled cars, like Tesla's trying to do, but they can't get them off the road. So they have to have a whole force dedicated to when they go rogue that chases them down and stops them from killing people.
minor tangent. You have heard about the people getting trapped in computer controlled taxis. Like they're trying to get dropped. Yeah, they're trying to drop them off at an airport, but the drop-off position isn't on a road. It's like on the pavement, and the car's just driving around the car park constantly, trying to get close. Yeah, it can't get there, and as a result, it won't stop. And the passenger has to call the agency to say, like, "Yeah, the car's gone nuts."
Yeah, not surprised, because
turn off and on again.
But that's the thing. I imagine if it's that, but instead of just not letting people out, they actually kidnap them and take them for joyrides through a city, knocking over newsstands and things. Silly idea. High-speed road chases. Like, I don't think any of the current AI technology is even like 20 years away from being able to survive a high-speed chase.
Oh God, yeah.
Anywho.
Still. So, I don't know. That looks like a fairly fun, silly show, but I don't think I'd watch ads to experience it. I think I would have to
get a subscription. This is the one that had the RC cars, actually. I'm not sure. Anyway.
It doesn't matter. And then, of course...
Talk about the best one.
Of course, the best one. The one that everyone who has seen it, that I know, has been like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Absolutely.
8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, etc.
The live action Dragon Ball.
I think it originally came out in 89, and then we got the dub. The dub version that we watched was 91.
Yes. Something like that is definitely from the 80s.
Yeah. And it's definitely based on Dragon Ball and not Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly, because he's got the staff, he's got the lessons about being taught how to use the flying Nimbus cloud.
The Red Ribbon Army.
Something different. And they're called Dragon Pearls in this one, specifically because Dragon Ball is still a questionable topic to make.
It's not about. Goku and Master Roshi. It's Monkey Boy and Turtle Hermit or something.
Yes, and but it is him. It's definitely Master Roshi.
Oh, 100%. They got Roshi
carrying
perfectly.
The staff, wearing the giant turtle shell on his back, the exact bald head and white beard and moustache. That it's him.
He doesn't have the beard, does he? I think he just has the mustache.
Yeah, I think he does.
Okay.
He has.
But yeah. Even like it took me a minute to realize who Oolong was, because he seemed a little like he didn't seem like Oolong at first, but it's definitely once he becomes human, 100% Oolong. The Poir is the cockatoo instead of a
yes. So it is Dragon Ball. Like they've shifted it into what is easier to do for their production.
Yeah,
and they've changed
a lot of wire
from
work.
the Red Ribbon Army to Aliens, and the wire working. Oh, that was so fun! They've sped up the action so that it looks more like they're leaping. So obviously they did do the jumps and things with wire working, and you can see them. You can see the wires and the wire hooks on the costumes.
But some surprisingly good pyrotechnics.
Yes, the explosions were really good, and the choreography for the fight is actually surprisingly good as well.
The CGI was horrible, though. I don't know why they did that. I get it. I get it for the dragon, even though it's still really bad. But it
looks like it's out of McDonald's Happy Meal, that dragon.
But I don't know why in the middle of the movie they switched to that one bit of CGI, and then during the credits had more. It was like, guys, your choreography is amazing. Your wire work is excellent, even if you can see the wires. Why are you doing this?
It was funny. This is B movie heaven.
It is. It is incredible, and it is worth it to watch with ads.
If anybody wants a live action Dragon Ball, this is what you should be watching. It is lighthearted, it's campy, it's
you know it's sad when this low budget off Bollywood production is better than the actual big budget big studio Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yes,
it's so
where
bad.
They just bought the Dragon Ball name and the character names and then slapped. It was a script that was obviously written for a movie, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, we can buy the Dragon Ball title and slap it over this." So we just changed the character names.
Basically,
that's it.
Oh my god, it's incredible! And Roshi is just so They do spend a lot of time on Roshi's island compared to the rest of the movie, but indeed. I love Roshi so much in this that I do not care.
Yeah. So Nasuth titled the subtitle for this show "Looking for Diamonds in the Shit." This is one of those. No,
that was actually the subtitle for the spring review episode, but it fits here too.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that's just not been updated, but hey, it still works. This is one of the diamonds in the rough. It's great, and a reason to go to tubi.tv and have a look.
Oh, so in this shot we've got Chi-Chi on the left. What's his name? The pig.
Oolong?
Yes, Oolong in the middle.
Oolong.
Goku in the back, and Bulma on the right.
Bulma. Yeah.
Yep. Not named any of no one uses those names, but yes, it is them.
Oh no. Indeed. So Monkey Kid and everything. Yeah. Monkey Boy. Sorry.
Pig Wizard.
Yes.
Pig Wizard.
The disciple of Pig Fairy.
Oh my god.
So it's more titles of what they are than who they are.
It's so bad. I love it.
And
right.
Yes. So well worth. But for the most part, ads, no bueno.
No bueno.
We are in an age where ads can be mitigated and avoided, and they probably should be, because they're just
or companies need to learn to do better, like we said, putting them at the beginning of the show, or at a solid block in the middle somewhere. Not breaking it up, not breaking your experience up all over the place.
Making them the entire Lego movie,
or making. Man, if I had the money, I would make this an ad on YouTube.
Yes.
Right. Should we move on then?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on.
Absolutely.
Okay, so moving on to the supporter questions. Zrugel asks, before we start the supporter questions, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for listening to our podcast so far. We really appreciate all the likes, comments everyone leaves on these episodes. He also asks, if you can think of a better fish pun, let me know. Oh, God.
Let me know.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a pun are we talking about? Because if we're not talking about really better pun, I've got plenty of tales to tell.
Let's
stop
move
your
on.
carping.
Have you had it with my puns?
Coffee ... covered in beans asks, Whale, I don't want to school you, but I also don't want to make you bass out of myself.
Make a bass out of myself.
Sorry, this is hurting my brain. I'm not shellfish, so I'm not gonna carp on about it. Are you too hard of as a herring, or are you just floundering around for the halibut? Time to reel it in and let the next chucklefish put some puns on a pike. Cod, you say it better, or are you hooked? Haddock enough of these jokes yet? Yes, for the love of fucking Christ, yes. I think this is the whole reason why we only had 2 supporter questions. Well, I salmonly swear I'm done now. Cue the Final Fantasy 14.
Lie?
Is that how you spell it?
I don't know.
Okay, the Lahi song. Anyway. Coffee ellipsis covered in beans also asks, is Superman just an isekai story? How about Fallout, where a person whose only known vault life gets transported to a hellish wasteland of radiation and death? Also, to a lesser extent, Elder Scrolls, where a prisoner becomes a hero of the realm. And if you agree with those, then that means Legacy of Kain is also an isekai, right? Superman, no. Fallout,
yeah, it is.
No.
It's also a magical
Elder
girl.
Scrolls, no.
Superman is both a magical girl and an
Superman's
isekai.
a magical girl.
I'll give you Superman being a magical girl, but I won't give you him being fucking...
Yeah, because
he's from another world.
Planet is
And if he wants to, he can fly to the desolate pile of space where it was. He can go back.
Yes, he can't go back to his world, though. His world doesn't exist.
He can fly around the sun backwards in reverse time.
That is true.
Yeah. Suck it.
He can fly around the Earth so fast that the Earth goes back in time.
Yeah.
That was a terrible movie.
Suck it.
Yeah. Classic Superman was way overpowered compared to modern Superman. Modern Superman is a weak-ass fiddly bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to watch the movie, but I kind of don't have the time to.
Yeah.
I've had somebody who gone to see it personally in my life said no, they actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
As opposed to the previous live-action Superman.
I really liked Superman Returns. I'm like the only one who did, though.
Yeah, you are. I liked Man of Steel, right? But that's the only one of the Snyderverse I did like. Everything else I thought was awful.
You mean Batman with superpowers?
What, Man of Steel?
Because the exact same fucking movie came out, except it was Batman the year before. The only difference is that Batman didn't have superpowers.
What I hated about that movie was the way that they killed Clark's dad It was so dumb
I'll give you
and
that.
so unnecessary.
Yeah.
I
So
said I
unnecessary.
liked it. I didn't say it was the best thing in the universe. Right? Anyway.
Also kind of the ending. But anyway.
Also.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's go on.
Yeah, sorry. We are right. Let's move on to
Next
the
episode,
comments.
Superman.
Oh god, no. Right. First off, from the news, Strombus Shell says, my power went out while I was watching this, but I came back to see the ending and to leave a comment.
Thank you.
Hilariously, I think it was half an hour or an hour after we'd finished recording it, my power went out.
True.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh, that was not fun. This week's random word, wheat. Cool.
Are you being
Zrugal
serious
says-
with that?
Shut up. Zrugal says, is that a bison behind Thaylien?
It
Close.
was.
No, it's a Highland cow.
Okay.
It was a bison.
It's still there, and it's got my soot sprite
They're the same
symbol
thing.
already.
They're the exact same thing.
Thank you for inserting that meme. We inserted a meme?
I did. Yeah, when we were talking about the AI and how it was edited by Charlie, right? Sorry, the AI subtitles.
Yeah,
I put in the Charlie bit my finger meme like an idiot because I'm old. I'm old. Okay.
Notice me mode.
Okay. I posted the trailer for the Cyberpunk 2 in the Discord, but that was after you guys had already recorded.
It's true.
He did not, in fact, chop the bit about Star Trek. It's like the Star Trek Universal Translator being powered by an LLM out. Nasuth!
I did not indeed. I left it in because it was too funny.
When discussing live action Akira, please no. Well,
Agreed.
the good answer is no, it's not.
I am with you on that one.
Cool. Got a bunch of confirmed second seasons this week. Awesome, guys. Thanks for the news this week. You are welcome.
You are welcome.
Now,
You're always welcome.
moving on to comments from the cast. Zrugal says, Kanpai. I may have to pick up Apocalypse Hotel. I like zany slice of life stuff. I actually saw that it rated in ANN's top 5 of spring 2025.
That's not
I
surprising.
think it was like
it is good.
third or fourth. Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yep. I started left my A rank party to help my former students, but forgot to keep up with it and I didn't finish it. Shame it had a poor ending.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't have to
Very
finish
interesting. Very interesting shows this season. Very helpful for picking up what to watch, like Apothecary Diaries. I just added that bit in. Thanks, guys. Great picks for the memes this week too. Thanks for doing the looking forward to for the upcoming season. I can never keep track. Yep.
There's a lot of shows.
Strombus Shell says, Nasuth, didn't I send you a spinner? Now I'm not sure I did. Should I? No, honestly, we'd have to build something special because it hooks into all the crap that we do. A lot of faff this season, but that's okay. They can't all be bangers. Very true.
We are looking forward to a lot this season because we hope they're going to be bangers.
Do I really have to read out the next one?
hey, it's a viewer comment, you know.
Come, brothers, whip out your prostate. There's Bond murder afoot. Why? Fucking why? I've seen a little bit of Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. It looks pretty dumb, but I want to see more. Lol. Yeah, I haven't actually
Sometimes the
started that
dumb
one
ones are great.
And then Kanpai. Right. So now we're going to move on to the memes, aren't we, Nasuth?
Everyone loves the memes. We take most of ours from Reddit, but not all of them. We back up all of them on our website though, because they do tend to get deleted. And we, as Xena said at the top of the show, we take up to 6 viewer memes a week. You can submit them on the Discord in a channel that we do not look at because we want to react to them nice and fresh and new for you on the show. So speaking of viewer memes,
Pre-recorded but reacting live.
yes. Speaking of memes, we have 6 viewer memes this week.
All 6 slots filled. Thank you, guys. Surely the man who buys this suit won't adopt a psychic child and marry an assassin, right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's Lloyd's suit.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Not winning a fight? Yell louder! Ah, it's true.
Good logic.
They did miss a letter there, but yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Dan Dan? Yeah.
Dan-da-dam.
Latest episode of Dan Dan. Is it any good? It's a little bit like a Monster of the Week shonen. Sniff, sniff. I'm gonna go call my mom. I'm never gonna recover from this emotion.
Yep.
Yep. I know that episode.
Yes.
I think the creator of Dr. Stone might have a type. I don't know what you're talking about.
I couldn't tell. No.
Yep.
Talking about the inbreeding of animals.
I think 3 of those girls were actually the same girl.
Nope. All the others are different. Oh no, wait.
No.
That one and that one.
First row, and the one to the left.
This one and this one.
No. What's it called? The 2 at the bottom and the 3rd one on the top row. I swear they're the same girl.
No.
Wait.
Not.
These two. No, these two are definitely different.
Those 2 are twins. Shit, I remember now. Those 2 are twins.
Yeah, these 2 maybe, but not these 2. Anyway.
Okay. Good type. Sorry.
Just learned out the slang for bisexual in Japanese is nitoryu, which means dual blade user. That's the coolest fucking thing ever.
Oh my god.
I like men and women.
Using the bi-colors.
Oh, yes.
And the last viewer meme.
I have 2 movie tickets.
Oh,
good. Now you can watch it twice.
There were so many variations of this. So many.
But at the same time, that's definitely an interaction they would have had.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, on to my memes, starting with a video.
Cute. But that's very scary. That's incredibly scary. Oh.
Say your wish. I wish no one is ever sad again. Wish granted.
Oh.
Terrible consequences. The monkey paw is angry. There's only one way to avoid talking about my feelings. Humor.
Lol. Good old girls and Panzer.
Book smart, street smart, not smart.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Nichijou ass shoes.
What are those?
What?
Daniel.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
They can't be real. They can't possibly be real.
I wouldn't be surprised. They do some weird shoes. And my last one. Isekai, where an OPMC was kicked out of the party, and well-written romantic comedies being ignored by the animation studios, and then, of course, amazing drama with relatable characters. Dead on the bottom.
Sadly.
That's not entirely true, though, because we do have Apothecary Diaries.
So it's mine. The follow-up to Rent a Girlfriend we never knew we needed. Japanese residents are renting grandmas for cooking, chores, and emotional support.
Wow.
Himmel, you'll regret not killing this demon now. Fremen, it costs nothing to be kind. Let's be merciful. It also costs nothing to be racist.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Yes.
I actually rejected this one, but yeah, it's true.
A quick video based on the recent death battle of White Lantern versus Simon the Digger.
What?
Let's just move on.
Simon the Digger.
Let's just move on.
This one.
Just who the hell do you think I am? Surprise for you in the fridge. Oh, God. Later!
Uh-huh.
Fridge his girlfriend.
Yeah, so Death Battle did the Simon versus
I
Simon
see.
versus
I see.
Nathan.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
And I prefer the real sexy vampire.
Oh my
I
god.
said the real sexy vampire.
Oh my
Perfection.
god.
Oh, fuck's sake. If you know, you know.
You and I are not so different. I'm not you. You're a sadist. Well, to each their own. Finally.
Sukuna, I told you no more genocide!
I told you to genocide these nuts.
Okay, you want to find out? Let's find out.
Wait, where are we going? You wouldn't.
Wouldn't I? Welcome to Taco Bell. How can I help you? I would like to shit so hard I give birth to my own colon. You came to the right place.
I might have cited one too many gens.
It's so funny how you think you can stop this. You ready for this order? Set. Get me 3 hard shells, 3 soft shells, 3 burritos, a cheesy gordita crunch.
What is a cheesy gordita crunch?
I don't know why you're asking in a sexy voice, but it's a hard shell taco wrapped in a soft shell taco.
That can't be real.
It is, and it's only $5.99.
What strange alchemy is this place capable of?
Live Moss and die young, you son of a bitch. You ready to get weird? Are you okay, sir? Get me a black bean chalupa supreme, a spicy potato soft taco, a black bean grilled cheese burrito, nacho fries.
And they call me the king of curses.
And a crunch wrap supreme, and a beefy 5-layer burrito, and a taco supreme. We're actually running a special on that if you'd like the Dorito version.
You will not deceive me. A Dorito is a chip. I've seen it.
Right, but in this case, the hard shell of the taco would be made of the Dorito chip.
You witch.
Actually, I'm Presbyterian.
Were nukes not enough for you people? I'm pure evil, but food is food, goddammit.
That's a yes, by the way. Sure, anything else?
Please, delete this boy's order. He plans to condemn me to a liquid death upon the porcelain throne of punishment.
All that to say, yeah, hit me up with one of them Mexican pizzas.
What in my unholy name is a Mexican pizza?
You'll find out during and after.
You're a monster.
You are what you eat.
I'd be so proud of you if I wasn't so goddamn scared.
Ask me. Sukuna, it tolls for thee.
How do you know that reference?
What reference? I don't get paid enough to care.
Oh, perfect ending. I don't actually, slight tangent, I don't actually understand the whole Taco Bell makes you have horrible intestinal problems.
I thought it was Chipotle.
I don't think any of them do because they're all way too popular.
Spicy food, basically, in general.
Taco Bell is not spicy food.
Taco Bell's not spicy.
No, you know what I mean. It's spicy in terms of it has spices in it, not like
only if you no. Taco Bell
is
not have
come on, my first one.
Anyway,
come on,
yes.
My
boss is going to show you one of his collectibles, and
this is for
say
Nasuth.
you like it, okay? All right, go ahead, Boogie.
Hey, so this is my Lilith statue from Evangelion. I think it's really cool. Lilith is a really important part of Evangelion, and these bits right here are made out of metal, so it's really high quality. You can hurt yourself on these, and the spear comes out, which, if you know Evangelion, is really important for the franchise. And also, I also have the Holy Moonlight Greatsword.
He's got a hammer.
He's got the Moonlight Greatsword.
You get this in the game from Rani because it's for marriage, and if you marry her, she leaves, but she gives you a sword in return, and it's really cool.
Well, that's the fake Moonlight Greatsword. That's not the real Moonlight Greatsword.
Thank you. Good job.
You know who that is, right?
Just him with a hammer. I just love it.
That's Jacksepticeye.
I don't know who that is.
Oh wow, okay, fair enough then. Moving on, next one.
Fair enough.
This is for Thaylien.
Oh my.
Bleach fans
know.
Oh
my. I'm not a Bleach fan, but I know because of Notice Me Senpai. Yes! Yes!
Banished from S-Rank Party era.
I'm pretty sure the Kanpai Cast account has either tweeted this out or will soon.
Yep.
Yep.
People in 2013. Nice. I'm quite fond of these cartoon horses. People in 2025. I'm quite fond of these cartoon horses. Uma Musume.
Is this last one actually spicy?
I played a game, but
yes, the last one is definitely spicy.
Okay, all right. So prepare yourselves if you are watching this at work,
spicy,
or around your family. Here we go.
Spice.
Oh my god.
What a comfortable rest.
What is this, High School of the Dead?
It's so plush and soft.
It's like, what the fuck? Yep, there you go.
It has so much padding.
Anime was a mistake. Go back to
That's
the,
it.
go
He's
back to
trying
the
to
right.
click off of it. It's
Go
not
back to the
working.
right scene. Why is this not working?
Oh no.
Oh my god, we're stuck here.
Just viewing this
Beam's
magnificent.
too powerful.
There we go.
Beam's too powerful.
There we are.
Right. That is it this week for this week's episode of Kanpai Cast. Oddly enough, not much anime to talk about. A hell of a lot more talking about platforms.
I mean, we did have a lot of anime to talk about, but we got distracted.
We did get distracted. There was going to be a lot more anime to talk about, but hey, you know, these long form discussions go where they will.
Go watch that Dragon Ball movie.
And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you all for watching and all listening. And now it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai.